Yeah, I'm with Father John right now. We are confessing for all of our sins. Yeah, I think he's gonna baptize me next. Yeah, I'll tell him that you want to confess for that, definitely. Okay. Amen. Okay, bye. Oh my God, you're so bad. Oh yeah.
Man, this is some bullshit. Prove this man.
And I'm just gonna get straight to it. Be honest. Do you think that most women are inherently evil or scammers? Do you think that from what you see?
I do, and I definitely do say that. And the reason why I say that is because a multitude of reasons. One of the reasons being a lot of women.
It's true. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's true. Yeah, no, it's true. A lot of women don't know what they want. And so they get into these situations of what, either their friends or their family or society tells them that they're supposed to do. And then they do all the right things to get there. Then when they get there, the real them comes out. And I feel like that's kind of a lot of, like, women are hormonal, right? We're completely different than men. But a lot of times women are so wrapped up in their emotions and their feelings, which feelings are fleeting. And they make these brash decisions, and that's scary because a man who's stable, who's in a situation, can just wake up one day and be like, who is this? Like, it takes evolution for women to be, in my opinion, more stable, more calm, more logical thinking. Like, I think
so you think there's a way they can become logical thinkers? You think there's something on this planet that can make them that way?
I think it's never going to be the same as a man. But I think once they have a
See, it's hard when you got to keep on going around and around and around in the circle. Ladies, she said it, they said it. Are you out your motherfucking mind? That's really the question. Are you out your mind? Hell, Eve wasn't satisfied with heaven. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Did you take your communion, your holy, the blood in the body?
I'm retired military, multiple homes. I own 7 cars, 6 of them are BMWs. I have 2 IULs, 1 retirement account that I'm collecting off of the military now. I've never been in I don't have no felonies. I'm 56. I'm in good health. I got the goods. And still, I had to beg my daughter to respect me as a father. So 16 years ago, after 11 years of fighting her mother, and only 2 weeks of fighting her. I only fought her for 2 weeks. She fucked me over. I said, nah, we ain't doing this now. She did it 2 weeks later, never spoke to him since. Stop accepting all the negative nonsense because you don't want to fall under the stereotypes. That's why they quick to call you a deadbeat. They're playing on your morals. After all, the song do go, Papa was a Rolling Stone, and I'll always love Mama, right? You're conditioned, unfortunately, to accept this bull that they give to us men. I'm going to be talking about this in a full video tonight on Dash Traded.
I'm going to say it from me to you. This is just straight up. Black women, 80% of them, they don't like you. 80%, I'm probably sure it's more. But at least 80% of black women in this day and age, it don't matter how old or young they are, they have a general dislike and hatred for you. That's your real climate, brother. See, I'm not telling you something that you ain't already felt. I'm telling you something that you know. I think it's more too. I truly think it's more too.
Of course.
I think it's more too. And I'm tired of being the one that's not talking about it. I've said this. This is one of the main reasons I don't have a lot of black female friends. I really don't, y'all. I don't. I couldn't imagine what it would be like as a black man. It's an abundance of you that all Men are dogs, but we all know it means black men. Undertone of all relationship conversations is black men ain't shit. Why these black men ain't doing this? I can't bond with y'all, sis. I cannot bond with y'all when you have a general dislike and vitriol and hatred for our male counterpart. Do you not understand how goddamn psychotic that is?
And listen, you can't co-parent. He leaving the woman because the woman acting like a bitch. She's dragging him. She's playing games with the kid. We see it on the internet all the time. She playing games. He got visitation rights. He can't see the kid. She's stringing him on for money. It's all types of bullshit these bras be doing. And the kids are collateral damage. And because you got the government with their hand on it, you don't care, but you fucking that kid life up. You cannot raise a child by yourself. You can only maintain a child by yourself. The government knows that. So they give you money to maintain a child and remove the father so you can't raise the child. And if you knew the ingredients for child development, you would never allow that baby daddy to go nowhere. You give a fuck. You ain't going nowhere. We together until this baby is all the way together. Fuck that. And then when God is a part of it, he will remove those spirits of narcissism. He will remove those spirits of ego. He will remove those spirits of lust and disdain. He will remove those and then revitalize you, reform you. Now you look at your baby daddy different. He's looking at you different. Y'all looking at each other different, right? And then now we parenting.
What's up, family? How's everybody doing today? Blessed, highly favored, and loved, right? What's the goal for the day, y'all? What's the goal every day? Man, why you here? Get in here with me, man. I appreciate you.
I can see.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Hey, good.
And get somebody to smile. Make sure you smile, y'all. Big fact. Check this out. The more and more I talk to people, and the more and more I keep watching, observing everything that's around me, how people react, body language, how they speak, and the energy that they just carry. It's sad out here. It is very sad. There's so many people that's attached to their emotions.
But I'm gonna tell you, there's power in having a resting bitch face. There's power in that. There's power in that. Embrace that skill to be able to look like you will bite somebody's motherfucking head off if need be. When you look too jolly and you just look too that's when people wanna fuck with you. And it's crazy because it's like, in this world, you literally have to walk around looking like you on time and 24/7, even if you're mad sweet.
Choose a job that you don't want to do. Why are you still talking to me? Because I want to, and I'm going to, while you're ringing up my thing. I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to address you because I asked you, you are supposed to make sure that the customer service is about you, no matter where you work. I'm not arguing with you. I'm going to talk to you, young lady, because I'm going to ask you to bag my thing the proper way, and you're going to do that. You shouldn't have chose a job you didn't have to be in. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're an employee, so you should act like that.
Step away.
You should act like that all the time.
Step away for a minute.
That's the problem with y'all young people. That's why y'all not going to prosper. That's why you continue to work something like this, because your attitude is messed up.
Go to the office now.
Somebody should have raised you.
Please.
I asked her to double bag the bag.
Okay. Okay, now, ma'am.
Calm down. Shut the door. Shut the door.
Watch his. Bitch, fuck progress. I just want to say, fuck Sylvia. Fuck Naomi with y'all bald-headed ass, dirty ass bitches. Y'all be treating people any type of motherfucking way. Y'all got me fucked up and everybody else in this bitch. If y'all want somebody to respect y'all, learn how to respect y'all motherfucking employees. Fuck all you bitches. Fuck Latasha, fuck Naomi, fuck Arlisha, fuck all you bitches. Y'all all unfair as fuck. And if you work at Coast, don't even think about working this motherfucker because they don't give a fuck about you. The fuck? If you a motherfucking manager, you can do whatever you want, Sylvia. Get a new wig, bitch. The fuck? I'll fuck up this whole motherfucking store. Y'all got me fucked up. This shit all weird.
And no one is at this understanding. First, you gotta be strong enough to even know what I'm talking about, to understand. You gotta be strong enough to know there's a difference in your emotions. Between that and your logic, a lot of people are falling short because of emotions. Emotions is how you cause your own sickness. Dr. Yaki Awaken told us about this. This is what he does. He heals people. He heals our body. He's a healer. And he clearly explains this. That we put our own body at this ease. I believe it. Because ever since I started watching him and I started to believe within myself, I haven't gotten sick.
Diagnosed with cancer, which is one of the biggest hoax in the world.
Talk about that.
Cancer is amazing detoxification symptoms. When you look at cancer, they talk about mutagens, or they talk about how cells coagulate themselves together, and then it's a process called cellular mitosis or cellular meiosis. And all this means is the dividing of a cell. In order for a cell to replicate itself, it has to divide itself. Each cell have a cell cycle of 70 divisions. So a cell will actually divide itself 70 times and replicate itself before it dies and make a new cell through something called deoxyribonucleic acid. It takes a photographic picture of itself called ribonucleic acid, or what they call RNA, and then after that it gives birth through a ribosome. So the body is made of 150 trillion cells when it comes to black people, or so-called black people, because black is the color of a crown. So if you look at Caucasians, their body is about 37 to 50 trillion cells. So we have a lot of more cells than them. But when you look at these cells and you put a cell under a microscope, these cells have something called organelles, just like your body have something called organs. So an organ would be a liver, an organ would be your intestines, an organ would be a heart, an organ would be your respiratory system in your lungs. Your cells have the same exact organs, but they called organelle. So if you can get constipated at a body level, on a macro level, then that means you can get constipated on a micro level. If you can have a heart attack, which I need to quit saying the word heart attack because I didn't have a heart attack, I physically attacked my heart by eating the wrong foods and living in the wrong environment. So I want to set that straight too. I didn't have a heart attack. I attacked my heart for living the lifestyle that I was living. And that's the whole thing. We have to quit acting like our bodies are enemies to ourselves. No, our bodies is what we living in. These are temples. We are enemies to our own bodies, and our bodies are breaking down through this healing process called detoxification. We have been taught that this detoxification process is disease when it's not. So I was talking about the body is made of 150 trillion cells, and each of these cells have organelles. If you look at the word organelles, it just means small parts. And the reason why, because you have something called the Golgi apparatus of the cells that act like the liver. You see that? Act just like the liver, or act as a birth canal, because that's what gives birth to actually new cells. You have something called the vesicle in the cell that acts like a bladder. So inside your cell, you have something that holds fluid like a bladder, like your actual bladder holds your urine. Inside the cell, you have something called the cytoplasma of the cell, which act as the skin of the cell. It actually act as the skin. Your skin and your hair reaches out to the environment and scans the environment, and based off the information that's given back to your skin, because your hair is an extension of your nervous system, it'll show you how to interact with your environment, whether you take flight, or you run away from your environment, or you engage in your environment. The actual cell plasma membrane of your cells do the same thing. You even have a digestive system in your cell, and it's called lysosomes. And what lysosomes do is it break down all of the metabolic waste that your cells eat, because your cells have to eat. So you have the blood system. The blood is what feeds the cells of the body. All this phytonutrients, it feeds it oxygen, in exchange oxygen for carbon dioxide, your macronutrients, your proteins, or what I'm going to call amino acid structures, right? So that's what the blood do. It feeds the cells of the body. Then you have the nervous system that communicates and commands the cells of the body. It tells the cells what to do with inside the molecular structure. Then last but not least, you have this big old sewage system that's called the lymphatic system, and that picks up all the toxemia or metabolic waste from the cells, and then it takes it through something called a lymph node. Inside these lymph nodes, you have macrophages, or what they call the immune system, which I do not believe in the immune system. I believe that's a made-up word to keep us away from the big word, the lymphatic system. See that? Because if they don't, knowledge is power. If they can throw other words in there and then you start Googling and searching, and if you don't know the real word, the same way they did with our history, they did with our nationality, they do with everything else, you will be chasing your tail like this endless cycle, and you will never get to the true facts and knowledge that'll keep you from being oppressed by people that actually benefit from you being oppressed. So the lymphatic system, man, I started studying.
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Give it, yeah. Come on, man. We can't just speak like dog.
I stopped eating the stuff that I was eating, even though I still eat bad, but I fast. More than anything. And that's what the body requires. The body has to heal itself. In order for it to heal itself, it has to fast. And this is what they didn't want you to know. You know, back in my days growing up, I used to see a commercial about anorexic people.
Because of my anorexia, I have countless rituals. Every morning at 7 a.m., I will get on the scale, and then that goes into the body checking after. I start out usually by checking my ribs. I constantly check those. I love to see the bones. I like to then go to my shoulders and make sure these bones is sticking out. There's also an indent I like to see. And I get my hip bones and make sure these are sticking out. My spine, I will make sure I can see every bone, which I constantly feel. And then it goes down to my thighs. I cup them and I make sure like even I have some room. Right now I'm just wanting to say I'm not satisfied. Usually I have to measure this 4 times. I have been on a very strict diet the past 3 months. Right now I'm feeling confident in this one. I lately have been letting myself have a cup of rice Chex and half a cup of yogurt. The solid food I take in for a day. My stomach's like...
I know, I can hear it.
Ugh. It's just milk with magnesia. Use this little cup and I would take 4 of these. I punished myself for eating too much.
And that was the fear that they used to install into people, and it didn't make sense to me, because I'm like, how are they showing these people that's skinny, they supposedly eating food and then they making themselves puke and throw up, and they calling that a sickness? That was a part of the agenda, to put y'all into fear. One of the things that I do is I make myself burp, because I actually engage into my stomach by making myself burp, getting the air out of me. If I got acid reflux, I make myself burp. I make myself gag, and I get that up out my chest. Get it out your pipeline. I already said a good example is cars. Our body is no different. This is how they came up with vehicles. Using pipelines and connections, that's within your body.
Early this morning. Early this morning.
Bet you ain't know that, huh? No one understands, no one pays attention. So again, if you all clogged up, your pipeline is clogged up, then that means there's no airflow, there's no water flow, there's nothing. And a lot of us are chest breathers. And we don't breathe through our whole entire body. We don't know how to engage the entire body. We breathe the wrong way. And I clearly try to explain this to so many people. In the nose, out the mouth.
So we got the sun, we got the water. Next is the air. You have to breathe correctly. 98% of the so-called black community do not know how to breathe. A lot of us are mouth breathers. Mouth breathing messes up your bone structures. Mouth breathing bring in bacteria inside your mouth that you don't need. Mouth breathing actually bring up the nitrates in your bloodstream. Bacteria, when you look at the bacteria that's inside the body from mouth breathing, the bacteria is associated with your decomposing bacteria. These are bacteria that like to decompose and break down your cells. So technically, being a mouth breather and not breathing properly or getting an adequate amount of oxygen in the bloodstream to exchange,
oxygen from carbon dioxide by way of hemoglobin, or what your iron phosphate. This actually shortens your lifespan. So not knowing how to properly breathe take 10 years from your life.
Can you demonstrate how to properly breathe?
Yeah, so you breathe in through your nasal passage, you breathe out your mouth. So a correct breath, and it's supposed to be a timely breath. So a real breath supposed to be down to 70. Your heart's supposed to literally get to 70 to 80 beats per minute. That's a true breath. So you breathe in. When you breathe in, your stomach comes out. So when you breathe, your gut comes out. A lot of people do reverse breathing, where they breathe in and their stomach go in. That's an incorrect breath. So when you breathe, your stomach go out. Hold it, 1, 2, 3. Then you exhale through the actual mouth. This is called diaphragmatic breathing, because it's a diaphragmatic muscle that actually elongates the lungs and bring it back in. So then you breathe out. So you breathe in through your nasal passage, breathe out your mouth. That's a correct breath. Conscious breathing is the reason why a lot of us are not living long, because we don't know how to consciously breathe. When you're breathing and you're moving that diaphragmatic muscle, you have one of the biggest lymph nodes in your body called the cisterna.
And every time you move, you need to be focused on what you're doing. You need to be tapped into self. So every movement that you do, you really need to be breathing out the air that's in your body, because there's nothing but stress. It's a whole nother level. That's how you keep tension in your body. So many of y'all are full of air, which is stress. And if you're not breathing properly, that stress is literally causing your body to be at dis-ease. You gotta put these pieces together. There's so many people that's still caught into the limelight, caught into their ego where they cannot see. And I keep saying this, if you're caught into your emotions, it turns you into a narcissist. This is mental, which is spiritual.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What did you say, nigga?
You have to get to this understanding, y'all. I walked into a young man today that I haven't seen in a while. We used to hoop. And he was telling me how he still hoops, but his ankle been giving him problems, and he kind of been forcing himself. And I'm like, bro, you got to pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to your body. I went down that rabbit hole. And a lot of us do this. We wait till the last minute. There got to be some near-death experience for us to wake the fuck up. Instead of realizing that we was given signs way before then, we just never paid attention because we was too distracted on the things that was going on around us. There's a lot of people that fall into this trap. Everybody coming someone's apart. So many ladies I see in the gym, right? And again, reading body language, y'all show off one thing, which is your body, which is pretty much all you have. Don't get in your fifis. And then y'all carry the opposite energy with y'all.
They're like shaking up a little bit, guys, because I just had to report something in my gym for harassment. Guys don't understand how uncomfortable they make females when they like constantly comment on their body. It's just so uncomfortable. Like, I cannot have a complete workout or like a comfortable workout that I like love because I'm constantly getting like harassed on by this guy. It got to the point to where like anytime he's at the gym, I'm not finishing my workout, I'm leaving, and he's always there at the same time as me, and it's the only time I can go. So I was like so tired of it. Oh, sorry. I'm trying not to get worked up. I'm just so uncomfortable right now. So when I first started going to the gym, he would always like say hi to me and whatnot. Like, I just thought he was cool. Like, I don't mind like having gym guy friends. I don't. But then at one point, I was doing a leg workout, and I think I'm doing squats or RDLs. I was doing RDOs, and he comes up to me and he's like, I like the view from where I'm at. And I said, stop immediately. And he just laughed and walked away. And then he also said it's not necessarily a comment to my body, but it just shows how much of a disgusting pervert he is in a way. And he's like, I'm gonna get you a shirt that says lust is just a distraction. And like, dude, it's just like, it's so uncomfortable because he's just constantly staring at me the whole time I'm working out, and I don't feel like I can complete a workout. I can never complete anything right now because I just want to get out of there, and I just feel so uncomfortable, guys. I don't know what else to say. And so as I'm telling the people at my gym what's going on, I'm shaking and crying, and I don't know where it came from. I didn't even think that I would have been shaking or crying. I just thought I was gonna tell them and, like, you know, that'd be it. But then I couldn't. I just broke down, and I don't know why. But anyways, those are just 2 scenarios. He has done and said a lot more that's just like, I can't take it anymore. So I finally reported him. And my female girlies, if you are getting harassed on, fucking report them. Men are fucking disgusting. Some men are disgusting, and they just don't know how to act around women, beautiful women at that. Like, just you really crying? Yes, I was really crying. Unfortunately, yes, I was. I'm the type of female that, I have big emotions, and when I get put in uncomfortable situations, a bitch is crying. When I am mad, a bitch is crying. When I'm angry, a bitch is crying. When I'm happy, a bitch is crying. I cry. I'm a crier. My man knows it. My whole family knows it. I'm a fucking crier. So yes, bitch, I was crying.
Okay.
You use your body to engage into other people to look at you, to draw attention, or have men lusting at you, to give you that energy, but at the same time, you don't want that energy. That's evil. And it ain't safe out here for no man, I promise you. No matter where you at and there's a woman, there's emotions that's gonna be there. And I'm not saying that men are not emotional. They are. If you watch my last video, I clearly showed you an emotional man. A Pookie that's emotional. Why? Because he went through trauma. He wasn't at this understanding. Y'all gotta realize this. There's no category to this. Man or woman, it don't matter. So if y'all keep thinking it's about gender, it's not. It's about what's in you. It's about you.
Oh my God! Wow!
Whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
So many people lose that. They have no respect. It starts at home. Respect. How do y'all lose that? I know how. Let me see. But the devil came in your life because you are what you attract, and you not at this understanding. And then something happens in your life, and it's going to cause you to be bitter, hurt, emotional. That's the point right there. And so many people can't break that. They move on to the next person, continuing this generational curse. And we wonder why we like this today. And so many people just hoeing around, not caring. Parents letting their young kids have boyfriends and girlfriends before they even become a teenager. How sad is that?
Hi. We're waiting on her dad. I'm gonna do a get ready with me where I tell you what it's like to be pregnant in 8th grade. It is extremely scary. I just figured out that I was pregnant, and the man that got me pregnant isn't even my boyfriend anymore. 2 weeks later, I take a pregnancy test and I was telling him how my stomach hurt and everything. So I take the test. So 2 minutes goes by. The line gets stronger and stronger and stronger. It was like screaming at me, "You're pregnant." So I call my mom up before we get there, and I'm like, "Hey mom, like, can you make me a doctor's appointment?" So she makes me a doctor's appointment. We go to the doctor, take a sample of my pee. I think my boyfriend came over on a Saturday, and we both told my mom together about the fact that I was pregnant. Surprisingly, my mom took it well. I don't want kids. I don't want that responsibility on me. I don't recommend getting pregnant as a teenager at all.
Teaching them divorce at an early age, because they clearly ain't gonna be with that man for the rest of their life. So you're actually teaching them a behavior, which is going to be lose that boyfriend, find you another one. The chain continues. That's the generational curse again. Because y'all not at this understanding. And the women that's bitter and emotional, they don't have control over no situations or self. That demon's gonna let your kids do whatever they want to do, because that's how it bounces off of you to your children. And this is the curse. I clearly see that more men are logical. We are by nature. This is why they separated the feminine from man and gave it to the woman. This is why you're supposed to be having you a man, a righteous man that's seeking God, and you seek God through him. You do what you need to do for your purpose for the Most High. And so many of y'all lost that because of what y'all been through. So y'all think y'all good because you're alone. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. Y'all gotta realize it's not about you, which means there is a man that's out there that's righteous, that God is watching over. And he needs to procreate with someone because he has a purpose. But if y'all women are caught into y'all fifis and y'all working for the devil, he's never going to achieve that. He's going to end up being with the wrong woman. Therefore, he's going to bring into the world a baby that's right in between the lines. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, they fall to the mama. And again, if mommy's not at this understanding, there you go. It's common sense. You gotta have your Christ conscience open. Open your third eye, y'all. Watching these ladies on the panel that been through trauma. Why y'all on the mic? Why they gave these crazies an opportunity to be on the microphone? You don't hear nothing about no more crazy people, no insanity, no nut house, no medicine for all this, nothing. Really, none of that stuff. Because they let that shit all out now. People can just do whatever they want. Crazies is everywhere. And no one is getting this understanding. Everybody's living a sinful life. And when you try to tell them otherwise about themselves, they hurt. They in their emotions. The devil has control of them already. They possessed. They are weak-minded. They are zombies at this point. Following the program. Not procreating. Thinking you getting your career is the thing to do. Wow. Developing selfishness when you're supposed to be having all that and bringing the man in so you have a covering over your household. You have protection. Y'all don't know. Y'all not at this understanding because y'all still young in the mind. Everybody's still thinking about monogamy and still trying to live a monogamous life. All the good ones are taken. If there's more women than men, then that means the majority of the men are already gone. And this is where polygyny comes into play because there's going to be more women than men. There's going to be 7 women cleansing to 1 man. Y'all already doing it, but y'all just too into your emotions to realize it. And y'all sleeping with the same man.
You got to be me or my situation on that. I just keep it real as coming from a man that's done been outside before. I do got 3 baby mom, but I raised all my motherfucking kids.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's how she knows right there. That's how a woman knows right there. A woman knows right there because it's usually the same women.
Let her finish. Let her finish. You right. You right.
Hold on one second.
But
instead of understanding to have that one righteous man and doing what you need to do behind him because God is seeking through him. Give him what he needs. This is your purpose. To be a helpmeet to this man. You cannot do that if you bought into selfishness. And that's because of your mama.
Look at the mama. The mama, 9 times out of 10, that's the root cause right there.
Y'all gotta realize this. They went through the same shit we going through. And if they ain't at this understanding about their emotions, they're a walking possession of the devil. And if no one ever checked that, then that means it's always been installed in them to where it's going to feed into you, the children. We have to wake up. Time is ticking, and time is not where we think it's at. We don't have time like that. And we get these signs and we still not paying attention. Y'all gonna realize it when it's too late. Y'all gonna have to walk right in front of him and he gonna be like this. You ain't even do what you was supposed to do. You was too damn selfish to even see it. Get out my face. Wow. It's crazy. This is the world we in. No one cares. Everybody's into their emotions. I went into a lady yesterday. I'm in the gym and she's an inspector or whatever you want to call it, an auditor. And I'm just like looking at her as she's working. She had a little smirk and I'm like, wow, she really got a beautiful smile. I can see it. But people don't show it. They go 9 times out of 10 is, oh, well, you know, I'm at work, or they distracted. It don't matter where I'm at. I could be at work, at the gym, in the car. It don't matter. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be smiling because that's who I am. And a lot of people, if you're not that, you need to work on that. Work on being a better you. Put a smile on your face. Fuck, if you gotta scar your face like the Joker just so you can keep a permanent smile on your face, then do that. Don't do that, but still, do that. Really? Like, come on. What's wrong with having happiness on your face? All the time. And there's so many people that's walking around like they done swallowed a bunch of salt. Mad. You gotta let that energy out. Y'all gotta realize the air in your body is energy. It's stress. Tension can cause stress. Tension. Just harden yourself up. Tension. How many of y'all do that just by standing, just by sitting, just by holding yourself up? It's all over your body. You got to wake your own body up. You got to help your own body get this thing moving around so you don't be clogged up. So you can actually breathe. Breathe. That's it. That's it. Breathe. Learn to control this. It's too many bellies that's out here just hanging around.
I can't breathe.
What up, dog? We're just hanging, as you can see. No. Fix that shit. What the fuck? Breathe. It starts there. Engage. And then stop eating the things that you're doing. Learn how to fast. That's it. I know it's hard to fast because it's spiritual. They clearly tell you this. And when you reach certain levels of your fasting, I'm telling you, your body is going to start to evolve. You're going to really see this Super Saiyan coming up out of you. Y'all not ready for that, though. Y'all don't realize the power that you really have. Y'all don't know how to tap in. You really don't. Meditate. Take the time, y'all. You don't got time? Make time. You got time where you in your car for a few minutes before you even go in the house. That's time. Your drive home. That's time. You got time. I love y'all. Have a blessed, highly favored, and loved day. Think about this. All right? Peace.